Holy Rollers #1. I need to read it, but I can't find the first one.
Well, now, what can I get you boys? You thirsty, you hungry, or you just driving through? Maybe like a beer or something a little harder? Hey, you know, we happen to make the state's best pepper steak.
No, thank you, ma'am. We may be sucking back a few beers a little later on. We'll be here all night. You see, we're the band.
You are? Oh, gee, that's nice. Hey, Bob, this is the band.
All right. What kind of music do you usually have here?
Oh, we got both kinds. We got country and western.
Jake, are you sure this is the place?
Yeah, sure, this is the place.
As if, what the hell else is there? Let's go. What's up, everybody? Still one of my favorite lines of all time, ever in a movie, in life. Bob's Country Bunker. I had the chance to watch that movie this last weekend. One of the few things I did over the week was watch the Blues Brothers for like the 50th time. One of my favorite movies. Not a good movie, but a very Chicago movie, and it's very, very much one of my favorites.
It's not a good movie. I've actually never watched it, but I thought it was widely considered to be a good movie. It's not a good movie.
Well, it depends on what you define as a good. Compare to Blues Brothers 2000, which was complete hot garbage. It's a masterpiece. But as great movies go, it's probably not a great movie. It's a musical. You know, it's a lot of suspension of belief and stuff like that. But the beautiful thing is to see, like, you know, Aretha Franklin and the Cab Calloway and John Lee Hooker and all these people, and it's just in film on location in Chicago, tearing up all those police cars and all that stuff. That's the fun part. It's a fun movie, but not like a gripping, well-written, John Updike fucking classic or some shit like that. You know, it's just a nice, good movie.
It's a good movie then.
Yeah. Okay.
We got 80s guy in the house. What's up, 80s guy? Thank you for joining us for another new comic book day. Of course, the lovely Miss Janet is here.
Thank you for loving me,
Miss Janet. What a lucky guy that Lorenzo guy is. Really,
I am a lucky fellow.
We got Sledhead.
I'm not worthy.
We got Sledhead, who joined me last night for FOC and Chill. We did a special Planet Comic-Con edition of FOC and Chill. So thanks for joining us last night, Sledhead, and thank you for joining us again tonight. Good to see you, homie. We've got Mr. Larry Love, or as Lorenzo likes to say,
Mr. Larry Love,
in the house tonight. What's up, Larry? Good to see you, homie. Thanks for joining us. We've got Willie Survive in the house.
My brother from another mother. How are you, my friend? What's up, Willie?
Don't do it, man. Not with that money.
Willie, good to see you, homie. And that's all we got so far. I'm sure we'll have more trickling in as the show goes on. Well, what's up to everybody that's here? So excited to be here once again for a new comic book day. And I wonder what Lorenzo bought today.
Oh, did I buy something today? Am I supposed to buy something? Is that what's going on here? Oh.
I'm sorry. Before we get to that, though, speaking of buying stuff, we are sponsored by.
Oh, yes. Not that I'm trying to get you to buy anything or anything, but in case you do feel like buying something, it's a great place to spend that money.
I not only love reading indie comics, but I've self-published several indie comics of my own. You can find them on my Alternative City shop, which has a link below this video. There, you'll find, along with my comics, t-shirts, stickers, and mystery boxes, you'll find pins and magnets that are called CBOs, or comic book originals, which are buttons, magnets, and pocket mirrors that I make from superhero comic books. These are one-of-a-kind items made from images cut directly from comic books, not photocopies, so each one is unique.
Yeah, buddy.
Got my books today. You know, I was thinking, and somebody, if anybody has an opinion on it, let me know, but I've been buying Looney Tunes for my kids. It's one of my ways I've been trying to get them into comics and to get them to read comics. And I was thinking about it, like, I bet no one buys these books. I bet these are really, really, really low print run, but I'm curious what the truth is. I probably should look it up.
The current run? Or older ones?
Okay. The current run. They only come out like once every 3 months or so. But my shop only buys 2, one for me and then one for the store, and that's it. And I'm
I
thinking
bet you it is a very low print run on those. Yeah. That's probably what makes them and maybe the Archies have some value, because they're such low print runs.
I was just ever seen the movie Chasing Amy with Kevin Smith movie?
Yeah.
I've been watching old clips because I've been trying to cut up old stuff and share it on Instagram because that's part of how my my profile has grown so much. But I was watching some Chasing Amy, and there's a scene in the bar with Banky, who's played by Jason Lee, and Hooper X, who's played by Dwight.
My name is Earl. Yeah, Jason Lee. Yeah.
Yeah, and the gay black man makes the argument that Archie and Jughead were gay. I don't know if you remember that scene, but it's a pretty funny scene. And of course, Jason Lee's character is very upset about it. If you know that movie, then you know why.
Yeah, I do remember that now. Now you mention it. Yeah, in the current incarnation of Archie, that's probably a possibility since on the TV show he's like having an affair with Miss Grundy. Miss Grundy is kind of a MILF, so it's all possible in the Riverdale show. Why not?
Yeah, but I've been sharing a couple of clips on Instagram. Check it out if you're interested. They've been doing pretty well, man. I've got a number of clips over 1 million views now, so that's pretty cool.
Awesome. This guy's blowing up, man. Check him out. Circumstances on Instagram.
Almost 10,000 followers. I'm creeping up on 10K followers.
Crazy. 10,000, just like such a crazy number to me. Yeah. Chasing Amy. Yeah, that's one. I haven't thought about the movie in a while.
Chasing Amy defined, like, there's 2 movies from my childhood that kind of defined love for me. One of them was Boomerang. Love Should Have Brought Your Ass Home last night with Eddie Murphy and Halle Berry. That was a very big deal in terms of how I viewed love. And then, of course, Chasing Amy, the speech that Kevin Smith's character gives about chasing Amy.
Yeah.
Was pretty profound because I had my own Amy that I chased for a long time. So those 2 movies were a big deal to me.
Hey, Peter, what's up, buddy?
We got Peter sneaking in. What's up, Peter?
Yeah, it's great that Silent Bob breaks his silence and gives that speech. That makes it even more compelling, Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I loved it.
Yeah. Hey,
fun movie.
Have you heard that Seth Rogen, his company is going to be developing 8 billion genies for Prime?
And they got the Spider-Verse writer, I believe, to do it, which is,
I think so. Yeah.
Pretty big deal. So it's funny. I have that whole series, but I have not read it yet because the hype really, I guess it doesn't end that well. You tell me, but it kind of fizzles out, my understanding. And so when the hype died out, I need to get in there and just read it, though. I mean,
you need to read it. I mean, you can read it straight through because if we're waiting like 8 months for the whole story at the end, you know what I mean? It does kind of get dragged on, but you got bam, 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 bam. It moves a lot faster. Yeah, you can read it.
I tell you what, I'm watching this news just came out. I'm watching these prices very closely. If they get to stupid prices, I will absolutely sell mine, dude. No question.
Ooh, I don't
buy them back and buy them back 6 months later when they come back. Yeah. What's up, Damien? Good to see you. Sleepy Reader 666.
Hey, Damien.
Thanks for joining. He also joined us and came through and said hello last night for a FOC and chill. So thank you, Damien, for coming through. I appreciate you, homie. And thank you for joining us tonight.
Yes, indeed. You know what else is getting up there is that Ultimate Spider-Man A cover #1. It's topping 100. If it stays top of 100, I'm gonna have to let mine go. I'm gonna let mine go.
I wish I would have been in on that. I didn't get any of that stuff. I wish
I got one A cover. I will sell that sucker for a clear hundo in a minute.
I'd sell it.
Been sold. Yeah. I think it's up there. It's finally reached that magic point right now. I might have to think about doing it. So yeah, because you're right, it will come back down. I bet it'll probably be $25-$35 probably at a median price at some point. So
what up,
I could
Space
get 100 for it. That'd be great.
Thanks for joining us, Space Case. Good to see you, homie.
A mystery in space.
We're talking 8 billion genies.
Yes, and Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen's a cool guy too. I think the franchise is in good hands if he's going to be developing it.
Man, I was just watching the Comic Vets new comic book day stream, and there was a guy on there. What was his name? J-Man, who was very angry about Seth Rogen. I thought his level was here. It was really high. I thought it was
Seth Rogen. Right, Hickory's a damn bleeding heart liberal.
I don't know what it is. It might have been you know what his problem was. I guess he ruined some franchise. I don't know.
The Green Hornet?
No, not that.
Oh,
it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He was upset about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's what it was.
All right. Well, I don't know what to tell you about that. I'm not an aficionado of those movies, so I couldn't say who did what better. I just
Kevin Eastman. Kevin Eastman was at Planet.
Oh, okay. Well,
Had one of the longest lines.
They're going to be relaunching, if not relaunching, definitely starting over with a new creative team on that book. So I tried to read it before, but it was too much baggage from the past and I couldn't follow it. So they're going to like kind of a soft reboot with like 151 or a new number one. Then I'll definitely pick up that new creative team on TMNT because I kind of like the concept of those guys. If I just I don't know the history, so you kind of get lost if you don't.
That was one of those things I loved as a kid, but for whatever reason, it's just not translated to me now. I don't know why.
I missed the whole childhood, nostalgia for it. But I remember when it was out, I was like hustling, like this is like before the internet and all this stuff. I was like hustling. I was working at a hospital, and I would draw like posters of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for people's kids. And they paid me like $25 for it. So I was like hustling marker hand drawn posters. So that's how I fondly remember them so much. That's the only reason I got into it and kind of started watching it when the TV show was out. I guess they were really big then, and the movies came out and all that. So I was like, oh, there's comics also. So I found the Eastman and Laird books. Read a couple of them, but man, they were so expensive at the time I couldn't really get too much into them. But I love the franchise, so I think it's the idea of them. The idea of them, should exist. I think that's just a cool concept of these mutants that run around and do crazy shit.
But Sledhead's in on the new one.
Oh yeah.
Is it IDW then? I'm assuming that's pushing it.
Yes, IDW has both the new reboot or the new creative team coming out, and they also have the new. There's this new. Actually, they're if you're the Last Ronin and all that, which is a whole different can of worms, but you have to. It's from that universe. They're like the descendants of the original Mutant Ninja Turtles, so they're out now. The current Last Ronin #2 is the second generation of TMNT. Yeah, man, Sledhead, you're absolutely right, man. I mean, the Turtles, just to name a few, the Hunger, the Dusk, and of course, Beneath the Trees, Where Nobody Sees. A lot of good stuff coming out of.
Do you remember?
Just licenses stuff.
Do you remember Bermuda from IDW? It was a while back.
Very well drawn book. Yeah.
The art was so beautiful.
Yeah.
Who was the artist on that? Was it
oh God, I remember. I don't remember.
Bradford? Nick Bradford, maybe? But yeah, the art on that book was crazy good. I wouldn't mind that book coming back.
No, me either. What's up there, Jack? From Staples Spine, Horror Zine, and Staples Sounds on the radio.
What up, Jack? And of course, we got Phil's Treehouse in the house. What's up, Phil? Never enough, Phil's.
Never enough. Not in all the different universes and galaxies and everything else. Still not enough. All right. So there's something called Fallout coming out. I don't know if it's out already, but I saw the trailer for it on Prime.
It's based on a video game.
Is it? Of course it is. Of course it's based on a video game. Popular game?
Yeah, Bethesda makes it. Bethesda makes them. Bethesda and Rockstar are my two favorite game companies. So yeah, definitely a fun game. It's a dystopian post-nuclear Fallout world. Very similar to the Geiger world, actually. Very similar.
You don't say. All right. Well, so I'll tell you, that's like you're speaking a foreign language to me. I have no idea what that was. Bethesda. You talked about the Army Hospital in Maryland? No, I don't know. All right.
Bethesda, the game company. They make Elder Scrolls, which are amazing games, as well as Starfield.
I have not read those about games.
I have not read Beneath the Trees, Willie. That book.
Good question, Willie.
That book fell under my radar, and it was gone by the time it was on my radar. I might go get the trade or something, though.
I fell into a couple of copies of a third printing. I might send one your way. So you
I might
want
as
to
well
read and
just
see if you
wait.
like it. Just
I
wait
might
for
as
the
well just
trade.
wait for the trade. Yeah, read the whole
Okay.
thing.
All right. Yeah. Because oh man, that's that number one. If you read it, if you haven't heard anything about it, I think it'll have you wanting to jump in right away. It's
Well,
such a great book.
I liked Dexter on Showtime. I mean, Dexter ended pretty terribly, but up until the end of season 4, it was great. And I hear it's similar to Dexter, so I'm in. Did you watch Dexter on Showtime?
I've only seen an episode or two out of continuity of Dexter. It looked good, but I've never Dexter and the Sopranos and things like that. I never got into them to get hooked, but they look like good shows. Maybe someday.
I know I'm in the minority, but I watched the first. It's funny. This was so long ago. I rented the first season of Sopranos from Blockbuster, and was so excited to watch it. Watch that whole season, and it was so boring, dude. I never went back to Sopranos after that.
Wow.
I thought Sopranos was just boring. I wanted some gangster shit, And it was just him talking to his psychologist. I'm like, I'm bored.
It's everyday gangster stuff, not so much, What's up, Ross? Yo.
What's up, Ross? And we're talking about Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees is similar to Dexter, but with animals as humans.
Mm-hmm.
What's the word?
Anthropomorphic. I think.
We go.
have to break it down to the syllables.
You're using big words, and I'm taking them as insulting right now.
But you're a college graduate. I'm just a 6th grade graduate, like Jethro Bodine. All right, so that's all I got pretty much. So let's talk about these books. I got 16 comic books. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. How'd you like that? How'd you like that, Ross? Did you was that for you, or you want to pass on it?
Oh, Damien goes the opposite of me. He loved the first season of Sopranos. Now, mind you, I was in college, so maybe I have a different mind. I should give it another try, actually, because a lot of people I respect actually love Sopranos.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so man, let's talk about these books that I picked up.
Space Case. I also ordered a bunch of Feral. It's probably not going to hit like Stray Dogs hit because we're all ready for it and aware of it. But I said, fuck it. I still ordered a bunch of it anyway.
I don't know how I missed Feral. I mean, it came out last week, right?
No, it just hit FOC last week, man.
Oh, did it? Okay, maybe I did order it.
It hasn't
Let's say
come
I
out
did.
yet.
Let's say I did order it. I think I did. I mean, I remember ordering the Tony Fleeks cover. It looks like a movie or whatever. But so maybe I just ordered it so long ago I forgot about it. It's sad when you get old, man. You just forget about stuff like that. All right. First thing, got the stack upside down here. Like I said, 16 comic books and a hardcover and a soft cover like a book. So it was a ginormous week for me. Starting with this, I probably already bought this, but damn it, I just can't turn down an Adam Hughes cover. Damn you, Adam Hughes. This is Hawkeye and Black Widow #1. I just, just love that cover, man. Love it. It's ongoing too. Oh yeah. Nice. All right. Yes, it is ongoing. Yeah, so it's not going to be like a mini series like the other books we've loved so far. Black Panther, Ultimate Black Panther, that is #2. Everything Ultimate has been aces so far. Can't find that Peach Momoko X-Men Ultimate. Gone. It's gone off the shelves. I mean, it's not going crazy in prices, but you can't find it, for cover price. Yeah, so it's been gobbled up. Ultimate is gold. It's gold, baby. Only one more to go. That's the Ultimates. So we see what they do with that. That's the Avengers that the Avengers movies were based on. Man, the Avengers. Yeah, for sure. The Avengers Twilight. This is the Daniel Acuna cover. So close to getting the Alex Ross cover because it's what's the difference? They're both awesome. You know, Alex Ross did a great cover, as he does all the time. But this one is good too. All right, what else we got in here? Looking up. Oh, is that my guy here? What's happening? What's happening?
Smoke weed every day.
There you go. What's up, Reed?
What up, Rude?
Reed. Rude.
Good to see you, Rude.
Also known as Reed Richards. Yes. All right. Crazy stories. Oh, hell, man. Oh, really haven't had a chance to read mine yet. No, that's too bad. Well, maybe they'll catch back up. That's all of Marvel, I guess. Transformers #6. This is, I want to say, the last one for a while that Daniel Warren Johnson is going to be drawing. They're going to be picking up with Jorge Corona next issue. Doesn't look good for Optimus Prime on this cover here.
Is that still good?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hey, Juno, what's happening?
What up, homie? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Indeed. Fish Flies #5. This is from Jeff Lemire, little snotty-nosed girl and her insectoid criminal friend.
Cover. It's the B cover, huh?
This is the B cover? Oh, it is, isn't it? You got the A cover?
Yeah, I got the A, yeah. I read this one today because I'm curious about it.
Oh, okay. I couldn't even tell.
This book is like weird, but I think I like it. I do.
Fish Flies?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I honestly wasn't sure if I liked it until this 5th issue. And I was like, okay, I like it. I'm interested.
I know. The last one, #4?
No, this one today.
Oh, this one. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, it must be good then. Okay. I was down with #3 and 4. No One, #8. It's a 10-issue limited series. I love it when it first came out. Fell behind. Got to catch up. I'm sure it's still great. Got a podcast going on at the same time, simultaneously. Yeah, man. I'm with you on that. On that Daniel DWJ, man. I think he's still going to be writing it for a while at least, and he may go back to drawing it, but who knows, But I like Corona, so I think it's in good hands. Our Bones Dust, #4. This is such a good. This is the last in the series here. This has been such a fast-moving 4-issue series. This is the kind of stuff I love, man. This is like, a $3.90. I think it's $3.99. $3.99 4-issue fast-moving limited series, and you're done. Bam, Bob's your uncle. Thank you.
Wham, bam. Thank you, man.
Exactly. Another great series is Dark Ride with the excellent art and the dark Disneyland vibe going on. Great stuff.
Yeah, I was on that book. I liked it, but I dropped it. But it was cool. It just didn't make the cut.
Yeah, sometimes stuff just doesn't make the cut. Doesn't mean like, this is a bad book. It's like, you know what?
Yeah.
I just can't afford to buy all these books. And every week, that is. Napalm Lullaby. This was so close to being the penultimate book last week. This is like the 1 for 5. I thought it was a 1 for 10. CLZ lied to me and told me it was a 1 for 10, so I bought it anyway. So I paid a little bit too much for it. But, I think this is going to be a good book. Yeah, this is Rick Remender. Or Remender.
Yeah. Rick Remender.
Yes, you want to say it?
That's the only reason I bought it. I like him.
Good dude. Dark Spaces Dungeon #4. I'm not sure if this is going 4 or 5, but this has been very good so far about this this special agent who's hunting this sick fuck who locks people up. Oh, that's Planet Comic-Con. Question about that.
No, I did not get to go to that dinner, actually. I got super drunk and missed out on Saturday. And actually, I think Beckerman ended up not going to that dinner as well. It ended up being a smaller group than it was previously going to be. So no, Don, we missed out on that. Dinner did happen, but we were not a part of it, unfortunately.
No Maria the Wolf dinner stories to tell.
Yeah, there was Ken Carson was there, Bill Morrison from The Simpsons was there, Maria Wolf was there, because I talked to Ken Carson who was there. So I heard about it, but I was not there. Doug Mankey was there, I know.
Yes. Yeah, man. That's a lot of good folks to be there. But I'm sure they had a good time. There's a lot of round the table talk.
Yeah, alcohol is bad. Okay.
Very bad. Alcohol. Abbott. 1979, number 5. I've had too much alcohol. I can't remember what name of the book this is. This is the last in the series, I want to say. So haven't not read even the first one yet, but I got plenty of time to catch up. I think this is the last one ever of that character. And I will, because the first series was good. House of Slaughter, number 21. I've already read this because I read the so-called thumbnail, the ash can that was just a black and white version with a pretty cover. So I already know what's going on in this book, and it's good. So House of Slaughter, back in business.
Catch up on that one. I got a little far behind.
Yeah, I did too. Got a catch up Saturday, and I finally caught up, and everything is cool. Blue Book, 1947. This is James T's true fiction, or I forgot the term they use, but some kind of fiction genre that might be true. I think it is. Also, nearly a penultimate book was, or is, Helen of Windhorn. This is from the great Tom King, which some people are giving shit on the League of Geeks site, saying that he wants to be Alan Moore. So I can think of, less people you can aspire to be as good as, because nothing is new under the sun, As long as he doesn't like blatantly steal pieces of chapters from Moore's books, if he's writing the same feeling as Alan Moore, well, that's no bad thing. And hey, I like his work, so I can't wait to see what this is about. This is the description. It was pretty interesting to me. I know some of y'all didn't like it, but this is the Tula Lotte cover. So I think I've got a couple of different ones coming too from my comic shop.
I like her style.
Me too. Bobby D. Look yellow. All right, coming down to the end here. Little Black Book. This, however, is written by a guy that's got I believe he actually Makomsky. I think his father actually was a detective, or is a detective, or something like that, and was somehow involved in the Green River Killers apprehension, or in that case somehow. This is just stuff I've overheard at the shop while I was there. So I could be wrong on some of the counts, but I'm pretty sure that this is the case with this book. So maybe a little bit of actual real life coming to this story of Little Black Book from AWA, which I think is pretty good.
Yeah, I was thinking about that one. I ended up not getting it, so I'll look for your review for sure.
It was a contender. It was a contender for the penultimate book.
It could have been a contender.
It could have, like Marlon Brando. Upside down. The last one is Maui Mighty Comics. This is the one we talked about a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
this is for benefit of the Maui fire victims. And let's thumb through this. It looks. Wow. I found it. They ordered it for me, and it came in. I don't know if I know, Willie, you were looking for this too. I don't know if you ever picked it up or not, but I don't know if it has to be special ordered or it was late coming out or whatever. But I was able to get this one copy. Haven't seen anywhere else yet. If I see it somewhere else, I'm going to definitely pick up other copies because, yeah, it goes to a good cause. Some people might not be able to get it.
Conspiracy theories are so in right now. So Hooked on Juno's got his own.
God. I believe that completely. I completely believe that.
Did you hear about the Boeing whistleblower? Speaking of conspiracy theories. So there was some, I haven't dug into it, but apparently there was some Boeing whistleblower that ended up found dead of suicide. and conspiracy theories are going crazy.
Yeah, because there's no such thing as one thing I don't believe in at all. I believe in a lot of stuff. One thing I don't believe in is coincidence.
Yeah.
I don't believe in the fucking coincidence at all.
When powerful people want something to happen and that thing happens,
oops, look what happened. We win again. Isn't that great? Yeah. Okay. And let that be a lesson to all the rest of you out there who might consider doing some shit like that. That's no fucking accident. Yes, just a testify in court still didn't help. God damn, man. I hope he left some evidence like Galan. Galan left some shit somewhere. She's keeping her alive for sure.
It reminds me of Epstein and Ghislaine.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I remember reading those articles from that Miami reporter, and just, what was her name? Julie Brown, I think. And I just remember thinking, this is going to blow up. This is going to open everything up. Of course, my dumbass never considered that they would just kill him. Duh.
Yeah.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I believe that he was killed, and you cannot convince me otherwise.
There's no question there's conspiracies that exist because, as you said, rich and powerful people, you not just sit around and go, gee, I sure hope everything works out in my favor. I'm not going to do anything to make it happen because that would be wrong. They don't do that. Okay, but still, you gotta live your life anyway. Don't let it get you down. Shit happens, but go on, live your life.
Control what you can control and let go of the rest.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes, I am. Are we ever rereading that and the companion book, which is the Six Fingers? In fact, I reviewed Six Fingers last week. And Six Fingers, man, One Hand is good. I haven't read the second issue of One Hand yet. Did it come out today? If it did, I probably maybe I ordered it from my comic shop. I won't be getting it from the LCS, but I'm getting both of those, One Hand and the Six Fingers. Excellent book, man. Great call. Yeah, Downtown. I was thinking that too, Sledhead. It's not the same Julie Brown, is it?
It's Julie K. Brown. But what's up, Bobby De La Ghetto, my Kansas City brother? He was on FOC and Chill last night showing off some of his haul from Planet Comic-Con. He got a great sketch of himself from Maria Wolf on a Berserker blank, which looks great. I loved it. And he got it from her for free because my homie Bobby knows how to work the con floor. So if you're interested in that story from him, check it out from last night. But what's up, Bobby? Thanks for coming through.
It's like a great story.
Kansas City's in the building.
Kansas City. I said you don't get the rich power by you got that right.
Yeah.
You got that right. You can tell everybody else to do that shit, but you ain't gonna do it. Oh yeah, the last two things I picked up there, they have this just sadly where all of our shit is probably headed, as a reality check. There was in state sale of a person that had a lot of comics, right? So they Danger Room had like these books, most of them either trades or hardcovers, and a bunch of them have sold already, but the last remainders are like 70% off. So I got like Church and State from Dave Sim, the Cerebus collection. You can see that there because it's so. Oh, there we go. This is like a super old. I don't know if you're familiar with Cerebus or Dave Sim, who's kind of going off his rocker lately, but this is considered to be a masterpiece.
I know the dog.
The dog, exactly. The three-headed hellhound that guards the gates of Hades. Yes, not that one. So this was an aardvark.
That looks cool though.
Cerebus the aardvark. Yeah, yeah. It's Dave Sim did all the characters, and this guy called Gerhardt did all the backgrounds because he didn't. Sim did not want to be worried with backgrounds because he was like cranking out a book a month by himself doing everything penciling, inking, lettering, coloring. So he just wanted to have somebody take a load off of his work. So this was like $7. I think it was normally like cover price maybe at least $25, $30, something like that. And also Bone, the first collected edition of Bone in hardcover. I don't know if you're familiar with Jeff Smith Bone. If you try to find this in a floppy, the first printing, even the early printings of #1 is like off the chain. So just to find a collected edition, I think this was a first edition too. So this is very, very nice shape. It's a hardcover. I've never read the first editions.
I love hardcover comics. I'm a sucker for
Oh man, this was like $5, so I just couldn't walk away from that. So it's like, yeah. So that's all there is, and that's all the news that's fit to print.
Great haul, man. That was a lot of books. You went ham today.
I know. I went ham. I was like, oh God, I have a problem. Help me. I'm gonna have to stop spending so much money on these comic books. But speaking of what we love here, this is a new segment here that we've been doing for a couple of weeks, and we're gonna keep doing it until somebody says stop. Is what's good? So
yeah, this one's all you. I'm not prepared this week. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'll be ready next week, though. I promise.
That's okay. That's okay. It's all good. I only got a couple myself, but just to stick around with the whole theme, I'm going to tell you what I think is good right now. All right. So one thing that I think is good is if you find this, I'm already dead. This is from your boy Matt Kent. He may have been sketching this out when you saw him on the plane on the way to the Comic-Con.
Possible. He was sketching something.
Yeah. This is from his personal. I think him and his wife, I think, want to say, have this imprint called Flux House. This has been on it. This is Spy Supreme has also been on it. Not sure if Mind, the Mind, was it the Mind book? Mind, whatever. I don't think that was on it, but it's like the Dark Horse. But Dark Horse sponsors it, and then he has this, they do their own thing. And these are like $7.99 books. But man, they are so nicely printed. The colors, I don't know what I mean. A person who knows more about printing could, it's not super vibrant, but it has this look, because this book takes place on an alien world where just between the moon and the Earth, the other side of the moon, there's this anomaly appeared, and it's like a gateway, and the old gateway anomaly, and this has been known for 5 years. And the U.S. military has been going through that gateway and establishing a foothold in this gateway. And this woman is the first civilian to set foot in there. And the shit goes south, as you might imagine, when they first get there. And the military just the next logical step, I guess, after you have the Earth taken over, is to go to the next dimension. So shit's not going so well for them. It's kind of a typical, I guess, story where this interdimensional stuff happens, but it's on the other side of this threshold. It's not just another dimension. It's confusing. It's like another reality where things just don't make sense. So that kind of adds to all the stress. So the #2 is coming out, I think, next week. You can probably find this one still in the LCS somewhere. This is worth picking up. If you find this, I'm already dead. So don't even bother. Also, 100 Bullets is back. I want to say on the trending 20, and it made me think about this. This is the collected first 5 issues. It's called 100 Bullets, First Shot, Last Call, and it made me think about the concept of this book. And it's such a great concept. This girl was just getting out of prison, right? And she's on the train. Got no outlook, no good things ahead for her. I'm out of the joint, and my husband and my baby were killed by these 2 crooked cops, and I had to do time for it because crooked cops. And she's on the train, and this guy sits down next to her, and he knows everything. An empty train, like nobody else on the train, but he just sits down next to her, like, what the fuck, So, and he knows everything about her. He knows her name. He knows her situation, and he hands her a briefcase that contains an untraceable gun and 100 untraceable bullets. And what you can do with this is up to you. but you can take care of that situation with those dirty cops if you want to. But if you get caught, if you show these bullets and this gun to anyone else, your ass out. Just, don't don't look at me. I was never here. So, and it's the whole story of how this goes over several issues. Like the first 5 issues it tells that story. Really, really good story. And there's one instance where she actually gets stopped by cops, and she's an ex-con, right? And she's got this gun on her. You're fucked. The cops were instructed to let her go and give her back her gun. So this shit comes from high up. So I love the concept of this. I'm surprised this has never been like a film project, to this point.
Sounds trippy. Yeah,
it does. I mean, this is such a great concept. I mean, I could see this being like on Prime, for instance, or some other platform. But 100 Bullets is something. And that also made me think about it too, is that the writer, the artist of 100 Bullets is also writing a book that I'm doing a review of. So I'll just segue right into that smoothly. Mind management. Thank you so much. Thank you, Phil. I mean, it was mind something. Mind, you don't mind. I don't matter. Whatever. I don't know. Yes, Willie. Oh my God. A full run of, you talk about the first prints or the floppies. That's so hard. I got Space Negro. I did not get number 2. I read number 1 of Space Negro. Yeah,
I missed out on that one.
Yeah, man, 100 Bullets is the bomb. I'm surprised that's why it's still the number 1. If you look for number 1s, it's still kind of affordable. So I mean, maybe I wouldn't buy them now because there may be a bit of a spike because of the trending 20. But just keep that in mind that this book has never been optioned, and I don't think it has. And it's a great concept. So if you find that number 1, loose somewhere, I would pick it up. I'm going to be picking them up all day if I can find them at shows and stuff like that. So that's all I got. So without further ado,
great list, great books.
Yes, sir. And wait till you see these reviews. Ho, these reviews are awesome. Yes, sir. Bob. You even got video and everything. All right. So this week, last reviewing today, and the first one is The Last Mermaid. The Last Mermaid is from Image, and it's written by Derek Kirk Kim, who is a writer and artist. So I already love it. So let's check out the interior of this beautifully drawn book here. Now, this mermaid is just walking around in this desolate wasteland, probably Earth, but who knows? And they got this mech suit on, which is kind of basically just like water. It's the reverse of like walking through like an underwater scuba diving thing for her, I guess. She's walking through air with water, but it's the effect of living in a dirty aquarium because her interior is getting more and more, I guess, defiled by her and her little tadpole friend because they haven't had a chance to get any fresh water. So toxic vapor is at 87%. It's going up to the 90s, and they gotta get it together and find some fresh water. I think Millie is her tadpole's name, but Millie, let's find some place so we can survive. So they go wandering through crevices and mountains and all kinds of places, and they run into an unfortunate incident. I don't want to go too much into that, but seems like it could be a tragedy at the end, or it could be a new beginning. So it's kind of it's hard to tell. But the thing I love most about this book is just the art, man. I mean, it's such a beautifully painted book. I don't know if they did traditional painting, but it certainly looks like it. So and for $3.99, this book is just like so cute. It's just adorable. I mean, I That's all I got. I think you could go a lot worse, by buying something else. So I would absolutely pick up the second issue of this one.
It's curious that they went with that format. Why not go with the full size magazine, like instead of that mini? I don't understand that.
That's a good question. I think maybe because it looks this way. I mean, it'll fit in a magazine bag, but it's kind of smaller. Maybe they're trying to meet the happy medium between children's book and magazine. Maybe that's the thing. But
interesting.
Their little fishy friend is just the cutest thing. So you just hope they're okay, because they were running really low. Like, anyone who's ever owned a dirty aquarium knows it's no fun to be stuck in a dirty aquarium. So there's that. All right, the next book I want to.
I was just saying, Ross was a fan of the art.
Oh, okay.
That's what I made.
Oh, excellent. So the next book is going to be Torpedo, 1972. Now this is the book that the artist from 100 Bullets, Eduardo Rizzi, is also the artist on Torpedo, and the writer. I'll get it right. The writer of Torpedo 1972, Enrique Sanchez Abuli, was also an artist on Torpedo 1939. Now, I'm blowing your mind here. I know this is a whole different series. This was like 10 years ago, and this was the same character before he got old. So this is like the second series in this character's life. And this character is really just kind of a scumbag. He started off as a low-level hitman back in 1939. And now in 1972, he's old. He has, I guess, an onset of dementia and all that stuff, but still a scumbag. But it begins in this theater where the guy who's calling himself a journalist is watching the Godfather, and he's trying to get to second base with his fiance. I mean, you think this is something that a teenager would do, but this is a grown-ass man, groping this girl in the theater. And she doesn't like it. They've been together 2 years, and he can't even get to second base. But it's a lot of weird things about this book here. I mean, she always dresses provocatively, but she is like being very prudish. There's a lot of contradictions in here. So this guy gets a lead on this informant who knows this guy who knows the Torpedo. So this guy who knows the Torpedo is just like this bum, and they buy him a couple of drinks, and he takes him to see what he calls his boss, is the Torpedo guy. So he works for the Torpedo and does like little odd jobs for him. And when they run into him, he's like sitting in the park doing some horrible things to some pigeons. I guess for just basically out of a cruelty, because he's just an old piece of shit. So the guy approaches him like, "Hey, I want to do this story on you, this blah, blah, blah. 1972, there's no internet, that kind of thing. I want you to talk about, this family, this crime family, and what you know about them." He doesn't want to do it unless he gets paid, right? So, and he won't even let them take a photo because he wants to be paid for the photos. He wants $50 that's a lot of money for a photo back in the day. He wants $50 a photo. And so the girlfriend is a photographer, and he sets up a meeting with the girlfriend to take the photos of this criminal guy. And he ends up raping the woman, and it's just like they start this whole blackmail. We're gonna not really blackmail, but I'm gonna expose you because you did this to my girlfriend. And at the end, it just continues, and you figure it's gonna be some retaliation coming for sure in the next issue. I got mixed feelings about this. I mean, just be warned that there is a sexual assault in here. I mean, you can't say the word on YouTube now. They're searching all the time trying to find words like drugs and things like that. But real talk, if you don't want to be triggered by that kind of thing, that's in here. But probably wants to see what happens in the next issue, because there are really no truly likable characters in this book. I mean, I mean, even the woman who was assaulted, she seems not so likable. And the guy, when he hears what happened to her, he has a reaction that's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Is that what you would say? So it's not a lot of likable people in this story, but I'm curious to read issue number 2 just to see how it turns out. You know, just to see if it's worth. Plus, the art of Eduardo Risi is some of my favorites, so I'll pick it up for those reasons. All right.
Very cool. I'm interested.
Yeah, I love the cover too. This is my favorite cover. The Godfather homage. It's been done to death, but it still works. Last book, Night People, number 1. This is from Barry Gifford, who co-wrote Wild at Heart and also Lost Highway, David Lynch films, and it's adapted for comics by Chris Condon. Brian LaBelle is the artist on here. This is something also that could have been a penultimate book last week. A lot of good stuff in the last couple of weeks. This is kind of written in the same mode, I should say, the same mindset as a lot of the David Lynch stuff. It's probably one of the reasons I like it so much. It begins with this cop showing up at a murder scene, right? And this cleanup guy, this janitor or whatever, he's telling him, you know, where the body is, and he describes the women who did the crime. It's like these 2 women, these 2 homicidal, psychopathic women who are lovers, and they hate men, and they're just going on this crime spree and just like doing crazy, awful shit to all the men that they run into. And it's like a Bonnie and Clyde, Thelma and Louise kind of a vibe going from them. And we follow not just them, but also some other characters. There's this lawyer who's representing this single mom. And this single mom, it seems to be kind of flirtatious with this lawyer in his office, inappropriately, when she's like a married mother of 2 or whatever. So she's kind of giving him the like, hey, you know, you might can have some of this and thing on the way out, you know. So there's something going on there. And then there's these guys who are just like these hill jacks who are raising like pit bulls to fight and kill in the woods and having them like eat these carcasses and stuff like that. And at some point, the lawyer and this guy on the plane, I don't understand what his deal is. He's like this woman telling him how she likes to pee a lot, but that's a whole other story. At some point, the lawyer just happens to run into these 2 women, and he gets kidnapped. So now he might be screwed because they don't, you know, there's prisoners don't usually survive. But there's an incident involving these dogs, the guy driving the truck, those women, and somehow it don't turn out like it should. I like the way this is flowing. This is very Lynchian in the dialogue and the things that happen and the dark humor in some cases. So I love this. This is another winner from Oni Press for me. Night People, number 1, man. This is it's pretty crazy. If you get a chance to pick it up, I definitely advise it.
That's what's up. We have Chris Gibson. Chris Gibson snuck in and said, "What's up? What's up, Chris? Thanks for joining with us." Yeah,
hey,
I agree with Bobby. That's wild.
yeah. I mean, it's Night People. Check it out and check it back in when you get done with it.
Great reviews. Those were all interesting.
Thank you. Yes, Ross. I mean, that's what sold me on Little Mermaid. I mean, like, you know what? Even if this is just a simple story, and it might be getting more complex as it goes along, but you know, I love it just for the art alone. All right, so that brings us to next week's. Oh, next week. Speaking of next week, we're going to be adding another section to the program. You know, this is like a variety show. It's like Carol Burnett or Flip Wilson. You know, back in the day, used to have all these shows with all kind of different stuff on it. So we have another section of the Artist Alley. I'm going to have a guy on who's doing a Kickstarter. His name is Mark, and his Instagram is Board Game Coffee on Instagram. This is his first venture into comic books. So we're going to bring him on. He's going to pitch his Kickstarter, which is going to be starting next week. So we have a chance to talk about his book, which is So-Called Living. is the name of his project on Instagram starting next week. So tune in for that too. So have our first guest.
I have followed him on Instagram.
Oh, you are just all over it, man.
Link is in the chat, guys, if you want to do the same. There you go.
Awesome. All right, we'll be seeing that young man next week, and he'll be talking about his books, or his book, I should say. All right, so next week is the week after this week. So be aware of that. All right, so you're still pulling Nightwing. We know that.
Love me
yeah. Yes, I know you love Dick.
I do. You know I do.
Oh gosh. Batman, Superman number 25. You know, these Batman, Superman team ups, either world's finest, or there was one before that was when Michael Turner was in it. They seem to do pretty well. And they made the number 25. I think probably in part due to the great art of Dan Mora and the writing of Mark Waid. So I'm picking this up just because it's the 25th issue. I mean, it's a kind of a landmark.
I know Mark from Legion of Comics sings high praises for this book. One of the best books. I'm not on it myself, but he makes me think I should be sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I pull it from time to time, so I'm kind of halfway on it. You know, I'm on it, but not really on it. This is Jamal Campbell cardstock cover. A lot of good covers for this one. Not the least of which is this Dave Johnson, which is very cool because it's almost like, it is like it's a different use of negative space, whereas Superman's positivity and Batman's negativity, I guess, is you can read into that. Whereas the bright, beautiful skies of the city of tomorrow, Metropolis, you know, with the eagles or whatever that is, and then you got the darkness of Gotham with Batman. it's very cool. And Joelle Jones, one of my favorite artists. Especially cover artist. She's doing one. This is not an incentive. Yeah, this is just another cardstock. But this is the one. I'm pretty sure I ordered this one. The Dan Mora G cover. Bill Shatner. Did you order this one? Have you seen this one?
Oh no,
you know anything about that? Have you heard about that?
That's cool though. That'll be a popular one.
Oh yeah. I mean, the other one they had very similar was the Nicolas Cage cover. That was very cool. I only got
he was as Superman. Yeah.
I mean, that's I haven't seen that around a lot. That's kind of a hard to find cover. Correct me if I'm wrong. I wouldn't suspect this would be any different, you know.
Yeah, I never saw it.
It was out like 6 months ago, I want to say. Yeah. Hard to find. Yeah, so yeah, this is Dan Mora and more great work. More great work from that feller. Oh my goodness, Titans. Number what's the lady that's the head of the Suicide Squad?
Amanda Waller.
Amanda Waller. Oh God, could she look more
Waller.
Like? What did I say, Waller?
Waller. No, I thought you said Water, but you might have said Waller.
Yeah. Oh, could you look more like Mike Tyson here? I don't think so.
The comic Amanda Waller does not look like the movie Amanda Waller.
Oh no, they can make her, man. She could knock a motherfucker right out. Yeah, that's a hard nosed Amanda Waller right there. I think I may have bought this one too. This Joshua. My mouth can work. This Joshua Swaby variant. So sometimes this guy hits it out of the park. I think I pre-ordered this just when I saw it like in the open order thing. I was like, oh, I'll take that. Another book that I'm not going to be reading, but I'll definitely buy that cover.
I'm reading Titans. I'm pulling Titans. I'm way behind on actually reading it though.
That's the thing, you know. A lot of stuff. I am pulling a lot of stuff too. Hey, Phantom Beat. I didn't see you there.
Hey, I missed him too. What's up, Phantom? Yeah, I'm pulling it for Tom Taylor. I love Tom Taylor. I'm pulling Nightwing. I just read 30 issues of Nightwing catching up with Tom Taylor, so I'll get to it eventually.
Yep, that's the thing. If you know it's good, you know it's a good investment. All right, how about that Wonder Woman? You jumped on that yet? Number 7?
No, but people have been telling me it's a great book. So I mean, I've already missed out on the first 6, so it'd be a trade pull for me. But I've heard many people give high praises for this Tom King book, and I know you love it because you're the biggest Tom King fan there is now.
It won't take much for me to be a Tom King fan. Yes, I did like the first one, but I just do the cuts. I haven't bought every single one of the subsequent ones. This is a nice cover, though. This is Guillaume March also doing this cover.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, I remember Carmen. God, that feels like forever ago.
That's Carmen. That was a book of the year for me. Yeah, a lot of good covers for this too. Julian Totino Tedesco. It's got a very nice cover here. And this is another Guillaume March. It looks a little trippy to me, though. It looks like Superman has a little bit of the Liefeldization of his chest there, a little bit.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Just a wee bit. Just a holy Liefeld, that man. It might be. And Souza Micah. I always, whenever I see her, name associated with a cover and they don't have the art with it work yet, I very often just buy it anyway. It's like, okay, probably could be good. It's probably a good cover.
Like Jenny Frisen's like that. I buy her stuff.
Yes.
Jenny Frisen, sight unseen. Give it to me.
Yep. So she's right there too. And this lady here, man, Sky Point for this lady here. This is from Ramona Fradon. And y'all might not know who Ramona Fradon is, but she's like one of the last links. She passed away like maybe just a few weeks ago.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and she was one of the last links. In fact, I have a Superman on the number 5 or 4, I want to say. A 1 for 25 with the Lois Lane cover that she did. It's awesome. And this is her style, man. This is she did the cover for Woman's Day. I'm gonna definitely try to find this if I didn't pre-order it already. Very cool. Yeah, so a lot of good covers for that.
That's probably gonna be a popular one, given that she passed away too. So.
Yeah. All right, what else we got? Invincible. Are you still reading Invincible Iron Man?
I am. I'm a little ways behind on that one. So I'm on, what is that on? 16. I'm probably like
number 16. Okay.
I'm probably 10 or 11. But I've been enjoying that book. It's made me become a fan of Emma Frost, and I like them together. I want them to stay together, actually. But yeah, I'm enjoying that one. Who's writing that one? The writers why I'm on it. Is it Jed McKay?
Oh, really?
I can't remember who's writing.
Who is writing this? Let's take a look. Jed McKay, Space Angel.
Gary Duggan is the writer.
Gary Duggan. I know you're a Gary Duggan fan.
He hasn't. Has he been writing it the whole time? I'm mixed up if he's the writer.
Not sure. Maybe they changed writers since you fell behind. That's probably what happened.
Yeah, I'm looking it up now.
John Jang. Who's your boy?
He was always the writer. I'm just tripping. Really? Yeah. Well, I like it. So
you tripping, Marcus?
Yeah. I like Gary apparently.
Yeah.
Or Jerry. Is it Gary or Jerry?
Close enough. Could be either. That's a good question. Let's say Jerry. Let's say Jerry. Yeah. This John Jane do anything for you here? This it's pretty cool. And wearing a Mach 1 armor.
John Jang's done some great covers for this book, actually.
Yeah.
Or no, it's not John Jang. It's Kel New is who it is.
Kel New. Okay. This is John Jang here though.
Oh, the second. Yeah, that's a nice cover. I thought you were talking about the A cover. Ooh, I kind of like that.
Yeah.
We might need to go put that. We need to go. Let's go talk to Tifa about that one.
Oh, what did I just do? Yes, there we go.
No, they don't have it. Boo. Hopefully my shop has it.
Boo! And these Catwoman covers have always been nice, man. I'm gonna pick up Catwoman just because of the cover. And that's another one. David Nakayama. I buy sight unseen. X-Men Forever. That cover right there, just real quick. That cover that caught my attention, and I bought this book just for this cover. I don't know anything about just it's so bizarre, you know, with the Jean Grey and you know the what the hell is it, the god damn, I can't think of the fucking thing. The Phoenix, yes. Just think of Arizona. The fucking Phoenix. This just won't die. The woman who's died and come back so many times. There's not really any other. Leslie.
Willie asked the benefit of subscribing to League of Geeks, and get rid of the ads. But the reason why I subscribe to it is because, number one, I love this site. I use it all the time. And number two, it's super cheap. What was it?
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. It was crazy cheap.
I go by the, you pay for the year. It was like even cheaper, but I'm going month to month and it's like $2 a month or something like that. Yeah, it's almost like the, the comic app,
for me,
comic time app.
For me, the free benefits are enough where like I'll support this site because I use, especially when I was doing videos, I use this website extensively making videos. So I choose to support the things that you got to support the things and give it money in this world, and that's why for me.
Yeah. If I can, I absolutely will, and I use them every week, and man, without them I'd be lost. So it's $2 is a bargain. Yeah,
I use them every Wednesday. When I go into my shop on Wednesday, I pull up the app and look at my pull list. And
I know, right?
So yeah, I use this website and the app because it does have an app, and I use it extensively.
I do not know, Ross. I'm sorry. Why there was such a big gap between Batman '89 Echoes issue #1 and number 2? Does anybody read that? Anybody up on that?
I'm not on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of Batman '89, but I never jumped on it.
Probably a writer or artist behind schedule, one of the two.
It usually is. Yeah, I'm so close to like reading Spider Boy. I really want to. I've got so many things going on right now, but I want to get Spider Boy. Okay, Web of Spider-Man. This has been
T-Fall for life, Willie.
So I know. Yeah, don't even get him started. All right. This Web of Spider-Man was a name they have used a zillion times in a zillion different titles. This time, it's going to be about what's going to be happening in the Spider-Verse and then with the Spider characters in this year and going up to 2025. So you're not going to want to miss this. So
I picked up this Web of Spider-Man at Planet. Yeah, that's Zach.
Wow, yeah. That is nice. That's like from the run, yeah. That's like from the Show Enough run, yeah. This is more like I don't know. This is like timeless, timeless. You know what's going to be happening with the Avengers and all that other stuff,
Yeah,
so
I won't be buying this. That's a hard pass.
So no, huh? Well, I already bought one. I already bought one of them. This is the Paco Medina variant. I picked it up just because there could be something big in it, and I got I didn't pay $8 for it from my comic shop, so it was worth it. In the shop, I might not want to do that.
One quick story from Planet, because I see him on this page. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see on Web of Spider-Man page, but you'll see the editor-in-chief is CB Cebulski, and I got to meet CB Cebulski at Planet. That was pretty cool. I walked up to this booth that Beckerman was working, and he's like, get over here, like snapping his fingers. And I go over there. I'm like, don't snap your fingers at me. And he's like, hey, Marcus, meet CB Cebulski. And I'm like, oh. So I guess he was there looking at artists, looking for talent. Because I didn't know he was there. He wasn't advertised to be there at all. He was just there looking at portfolios, I believe. But anyway, he walked by Beckerman's booth, and Beckerman called out his name, and he heard someone say his name. So he walked right back into the booth and started talking to them. Before I got there, he was asking them about Marvel books and what's good, what's not good. He was picking their brains on the work that they're doing. And real nice guy, man. I wish we would have got a video or a picture of him, because that was a cool experience. But yeah,
wow,
I got to meet CB.
I'll check you out. Look at you. Stick with Beckerman, man. You'll you go
for
places.
real. For real, dude. This is so true. It's so true.
No truer words have been spake.
Yes.
All right, let's take a look at that Batman Echo since you talked about it there, Ross. See if we can find some answers to your query. Batman 89, Echoes number 2.
I haven't even heard of it. I heard of Batman 89. I had not heard of the Echoes thing. Who's writing it?
I knew that they were doing another extension. They were like building on the series. Looks like Sam Hamm. Okay, from he did a whole lot of the Batman, I want to say animated series before. And from that ilk.
It's a cool looking cover though.
Yeah. And this is because you know there was never a Harley Quinn in this Batman 89 universe, but now they introduced one. So this is a Daniel Warren Johnson B cover too.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Hey Mojo, you're never late, brother. We're early. You're right on time, homie.
Hey.
Thanks for joining us, Mojo. Always good to see you, homie.
Hey, for shizzle. Yeah. What else they got here? What else you got? Raphael Albuquerque, 1 for 25. Yeah, that's cool that they're building on this universe, man. But I just, I can only buy so many books a month.
Michael Keaton is Batman in that universe, right? Is that right?
Yes, that's the Michael Keaton universe Michael Keaton as Batman in that universe. I imagine they're drawing him that way too, I guess, right?
Who is that? Who was Vicky Vale? Was it Kim Basinger?
Vicky Vale, yes, Kim Basinger.
Vicky Vale. Yeah, she was so fun. She really was. She was so pretty.
Vicky Vale. Yes, Miss Vale. Did you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
That's a great line. That line went away, right? You don't hear that line, man. But that line was everywhere back in the day.
Oh my God, it was such a great line.
It was a good line.
I just like the sound of it.
I thought it was canon. Honestly, it was such a good line. I thought it was canon, but it's not. It's not a comic book line.
It's not. It should be, though. It definitely should be. Beneath the Trees, where don't nobody sees. Number 4 is coming out. I may have gone a little bit crazy. I may have bought more than a couple, 2-3 copies of this. If you see my unboxing, which I haven't put up yet. But yeah.
Cod says, we don't talk like that around here, buddy. Okay? Calm down with all that language. We don't talk like that.
Is there such a thing? Well, there
absolutely is not. That's blasphemy.
Well, Michelle. Oh yeah, Michelle. Michelle came the next installment.
There are boxes and boxes of short boxes behind these short boxes.
Yeah, she could. She should. I think both of those, especially Night People. I think Torpedo might be good too, but Night People is definitely a pick for me. All right, so Beneath the Trees, it's Patrick Horvath. I ordered a signed copy. I ordered it on Instagram
Bobby,
too.
80s were a great decade, Bobby. I bet you had a great run, brother.
I have to talk about the 80s. I ordered something on Instagram. Oh, look at this. Retailer exclusive.
Sledhead did get yelled at last night. Yes. He asked the question that you're not allowed to ask. How much did you guys spend? That's not a question that you're allowed to ask. There could be wives listening.
Well, I feel for you. What the hell is this? This is Amy Memberson. This is a very cool I guess I'm from Final Order Comics. I think I ordered a book from these people. Yeah, I did order a book from these people on Instagram.
We can't see what you're looking at. I don't think we can see what you're looking at.
Oh, I thought I shared already. Sorry. This is Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. This is a Final Order Comics. Amy Memberson. Who the fuck bears?
Berenstein Bears.
You said because you have. You must be because you have kids, right?
No, that's from my childhood.
No, I missed that totally. Yeah.
Really? That's crazy. Chat, did you guys miss? You guys didn't miss Berenstein Bears, right? That's crazy.
Yeah. Teddy Ruxpin was the last fucking bear I remember. Other than I don't remember much.
Teddy Ruxpin.
Until this run. That's a cool minute ago. Yeah. So yeah, out at 1 for 25 signed by Patrick Horvath from Final Order Comics on Instagram. Well, didn't get cheated. Didn't get scammed.
Or is it an exclusive?
I think it's an exclusive of #1 that's glossy covered and signed by Patrick Horvath.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for it in the mail now, so hopefully it comes one of these days. And it wasn't just one of those scams. All right, coming down the home stretch here. Nothing here really strikes you talk about Holy Roller when you got started, right? So you lost your #1 copy of that?
Yeah, I need to read it, but I can't find my #1. I'm like, I need to finally read this book.
Yeah.
I don't know where I put it. I got to figure that out.
Yeah, it's good to see that Something Epic is still going strong at #8 too. This is from Kudransky, Simon Kudransky. This is so well drawn. He draws on like YouTube. You can go to his channel. You can see him doing all this stuff, man. It's just so intricate the way he does this stuff. Here's one, and this was one of my favorites here actually for the week. Dawn Runner. Let's take a look at Dawn Runner. This is from Ron V and Evan Cagle. This is another one of these portal things. A century ago, a portal opened over Central America, and the Tetza that came through changed our world. Now the world blends all its efforts into making the Iron Kings great mechs that must battle the Tetza for humanity's continued survival and gladiatorial combat. Anita Marr is the greatest of the pilots and is chosen to pilot a new prototype that could change the tide of humanity's favor. In all ages, sci-fi epic from rising stars Ron V and Evan Cagle. One could argue that Ron V is already a risen star, but that's another story. So yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah, that one's Tim. I'll think about this one.
Yeah.
If you look at the first comment, the solicit describes Ron V as a
right. That's what I was saying. Like, it could be argued that he's an A-list talent, as the guy says here. The person says here. Yeah, I mean, he's a little more than rising. Yeah.
We're freaking vibing with this. Let's go. I need to check out the comments on it. I need to start involving myself in this community on this page.
Yeah, I love the comments, man. I love that section. A lot of good stuff in there. Some trolls, of course, but they're everywhere.
Those comments are from November of last year, so they were on this.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. And this is who? Evan Cagle? No, this is Dyke Ruan. I got a Dyke Ruan cover of Ultimate X-Men coming pretty soon. Very cool. It's Evan Cagle. Oh, that's Tula. There she is. It's a Tula Lotte 1 for 10.
See, Willie and Sledhead, they remember the Berenstein Bears. I'm not alone here.
You are not alone.
Big Red Dogs for me. Are you talking about what was that dog's name?
Clifford. Clifford. I remember Clifford the Big Red Dogs. Yeah, I don't remember everybody's deal here, but I remember some folks deal, but I just don't remember everybody's deal. So wow, man, time really is passing quickly these days. Did we forget a segment or something? Because it's pretty much time for the penultimate book.
Yeah, I didn't have any books for Is It Good? I'll fix that next week for sure.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Yeah, no worries. It's all good, son. All right, so man, let's get to the getting and
what is Sledhead talking about? I don't know what Sledhead talking about.
The Bernstein Bears were a staple of his childhood. Is what he's saying.
No. Below there, who's getting the banana?
Oh, I know what he's talking about. That's going to be a banana scented. It's like this whole April ape. Get it? Ape real thing with DC bananas.
Oh,
ape.
That's what he's saying.
You know, yeah. Yeah, scratch and peel, scratch and sniff. You know, at least they had those back in the day. You know, with all different kinds of men's magazines and shit like that. So I heard. Was this Curious George era, huh? Oh, okay. I remember Curious George. I never read any of the books.
Yeah, they were real Christian-y, if I recall correctly, the Bernstein Bears.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, that could be why I didn't, say no more. Nudge, nudge. Say no more. Wicked good. All right. That time.
I think.
I'm sorry, I cut you off there. What you were saying?
No, I was just gonna say Ross. I'm pretty sure Lorenzo read the first arc of Something Epic. I did not read it though.
Oh yeah, I read the first issue actually. I dropped off after that through just no fault of the books, but through my own, and it was definitely a good issue. The first issue was very good. But now it is time for the penultimate book, and this week that book is Man's Best. Probably no surprise to those of you who know me. And here's a trailer for Man's Best.
Man, that music was hitting.
Wasn't it though? Oh man, love it.
Oh, this was from Pornsack, huh? I might get it for him.
Exactly. This is the fellow homeward bound on an alien world. Man's Best follows three column emotional support pets living on the Starship Horizon, a spacecraft searching for a new home to house a humanity compromised by bad decisions and corporate greed.
That sounds like complete fiction to me, right?
Complete fiction. That never happens. Greed is good. But after the ship crashes and the crew is captured, these loyal pets are their owner's only hope. Outfitted in outrageous tech, I'll bet, these three best friends must traverse a hostile world to rescue their owners, leaving them the only hope for a humanity that might not be worth saving. In a harrowing adventure, the pets are faced with challenges that threaten to destroy their most valuable treasure, their friendship. Isn't that fucking sweet, man? Man, I know this is going to be a sad story, but you know, I just have to buy it. You know,
I'm gonna
with
give it a
porn,
try.
yeah, with Pornsack writing it too. The Good Asian was such a good story. I mean, if not the best story, it was like one of the best stories of the year when it came out.
Yeah, it was
And
good.
yeah, so
I
I
need to
know
read
that
it.
you should, man. You should. I mean, get the trade. It's I think it's 10 issues long, so the trade is what I got. I got
No,
the
I
hard.
have it. I
Oh,
have
you
it. I
have
read
it?
it.
Oh, yes, you
I
do.
have
You
it. I
do.
read it. I
Okay.
need to
Okay.
read it again, is what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Go back
Okay.
and read it
Okay.
again.
So yeah. All right. Yeah. So yeah, it's an excellent book. So I know it's more to it than just some pets frolicking through space, but you know, it's just going to be. I got like several copies of the um, Ashcan, which just does the first few pages of the Jay Lee cover here. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, this is, man, this is something that's
Well,
very close to my heart.
it's
This
a
is
pass. 80s guy said this book sounds a little too much like flavored whiskey to me. It's a pass for him.
well, for 80s guy, you know, we're all it takes all kinds to make a world, you know. This is Franny. Franny. Hi, Franny. It's a nice cover, Franny. I like that. All right. The rest of us flavored whiskey, uh, puppy dog loving folks, we're gonna be picking this up for sure.
I like
And
that.
there's
Trish.
a doggy.
That Trish Forster
Oh,
is nice. I like it.
oh, the doggy with the artificial arm. That's so sad. Dustin Nguyen. This is right up Dustin Nguyen's alley here. This is the Trish Forstner, right? That's the one you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah,
The
I like
Trish
that.
Forstner cover. Yeah. Is this incentive? I may have ordered this.
No, it's just a B
It's
cover.
open order. Yeah. I think I may have ordered this. It probably comes with trade dress too, I bet you too.
Yeah,
But
it probably does.
yeah. But still, it's worth it. So man's best, man. That's what's hey. You know, these penultimates aren't always winners, but with this writer on it, I got a really good feeling about it.
I added it. I'll give it a go.
Added it. All right. All right. Coming down to the end here. Almost there. There you go, Peter. Can't win them all, ladies, guy. Oh well. No, man, I hate corporate. Oh man, yes. Corporate greed will kill us all. Believe that. Can't keep putting the greedy people in charge because they have no hearts. Displaced number 2 is coming out. I didn't get to read number 1. It looks good though. From Boom, Boom, Boom. The Infernals. If y'all read number 1, this is like this thing they were heralding as secession with demons and stuff like that. If y'all read that,
you got around to watching that, didn't you? Secession.
I have not watched Secession. I just hate the Murdoch so much. I couldn't even watch a thing based on.
Dude, if you like, if
it was
dude,
good. I know they say it's good. Yeah,
it is. Because I also am not a big fan of that world, but it was really interesting and some great acting, man. I think it's worth it. But yeah,
I might dabble in it. We'll see what's happening with it. But the Infernals didn't blow me away. I mean, it's just all right, dog. It wasn't all that great for me. But you know, just if y'all liked the Infernals, let me know. If you find this, I'm Already Dead, number 2, as I talked about before. That will be coming out next week. Elvira Meets Lovecraft, number 2. I know, Jack. Well, you were talking about that one too. This is one of the only ones he collects from Dynamite. And there's not a whole lot from Dynamite that he likes, so it must be something good. Dutch number 2.
There's a nice Archie and Jughead cover. They look like a great couple.
Where is this? Which one? Oh, down below.
Archie. It's
Big
Archie
Ethel energy.
Yeah.
What's
Archie
up with that?
Milestone. It's like third from the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Third.
Dear Editor, number 3 is coming out. You can see there.
Still trying to figure out why it needs to be a deer, but we're on that one.
I know. I have to read number 2. I haven't. Is it Archie and Milestones? Yeah, that's like a jumbo comic kind of a thing there. What else we got going on? Oh yeah, Impossible Jones. That was who I was trying to figure out. This is that character with the fucking eye on it that was in the book last week. And nobody knows the film I'm talking about because it was last week. So never mind. All right. So last book I want to take a look at is this one here, which is Misfortune's Eyes. This is very close to being a penultimate book as well. I could have found more artwork. It may have been, but double-sized debut issue from Critics' Choice Award-winning actress Brooklyn Prince, The Florida Project, and Cocaine Bear. This is also The Marsh King's Daughter. It's also a thing she did. Comes this limited series full of excitement. A teen girl wakes up to discover that she can see human auras. While embarking on a journey to find out what her future may hold, she uncovers a hidden psychic town. There, she will soon learn about her mother's troubled past, her own curse of predicting death, and unearth the immense darkness coming for the town and her own family. This was so close to being a penultimate book. And this is from your favorite group, Sumerian.
We can't see it, by the way.
Oh no, now you're telling me.
I just realized that you were looking at something I couldn't look at.
Oh yeah. Well, I read all this shit right here. So this is very close to being Brooklyn Prince is I guess the actor who has been in all these things, and they wrote this. Elise Fernandez is the artist, but I don't know anything about either one of them, to tell you the truth, but the premise of the book interests me. Auras are a real thing. I'm working on seeing them myself, but I cannot yet see them.
I wonder if it's a black and white book. The coloring on the cover looks awesome.
I don't know if it's coming from Sumerian. They very seldom do black and white books. They do sometimes, but not always. This is a $4.99 book too. Not always.
They usually did.
You promised me darkness is not every Sumerian book.
Okay, that's all I needed to know.
There you go. There you go. That one time, that one thing happened, so therefore all the things happened to that one thing. There you go.
You knew exactly
perfectly logical.
You read my mind exactly too.
Yes. Anyway,
the cover art makes me interested in this. The cover art looks really nice. I like this.
It does. And I'm going to really look for this because, I feel like Sumerian doesn't really promote their comics. I feel they're really more devoted to their music. Their YouTube is all about their music and like this much about their comics. So now, it's kind of,
if you look at the top, it says Massive Publishing. So are they under the same umbrella as Whatnot then? Right, they
are, but look at the Sumerian logo right here. At the top it says, I think Massive works with like a couple of different creators, because that's Whatnot, Massive. I think even maybe you're going to buy this out from under Sumerian. I don't know. Somehow this is a partnership to see how things go. I'm just speculating. I don't know, but it seems to me that Sumerian does not really care a lot about their comics. I mean, because they don't vote a lot of time and it doesn't promotion to them. So, this could be a good book under the radar. And I'm just going to look for it. Hopefully, I'll be able to find it.
Nothing on T-Fall. That sucks.
I know, that does suck. Not a whole lot of covers. Federico Sabatini does a cover here. It does have a little bit of a children's book look to the artwork, sort of, but it's kind of an adult subject. And Sumerian doesn't really do kids books, so if it's associated with them, it probably is not. But I'm just saying, and those girls' eyes are very large right there. It's like even for an anime character, their eyes are very large. All right, so that's the last book, and that's all I have to say about that. So there you go. All right.
I sometimes wonder what Forrest said. We never got to hear what he said there.
Oh, you said so much. You mean at the end?
No, when he says that. So that line comes from Forrest, obviously, and he's at in DC at the memorial, and they ask him to speak about Vietnam, and he gives this whole speech, but that other guy pulls the plug, so we don't get to hear the speech. and then it gets plugged back in, and that's what we hear. And that's all I have to say about that. And so we missed the whole speech except for that part. I wonder what he said, though. I bet it was interesting.
Well, he would also use that line whenever you would talk about something that's uncomfortable. You know, he talked about something, and he would say, like, and that's all I have to say about that. So that's what some people don't. Some people don't like that movie, but I love that movie so much. Only because it's just, even a simple man with a simple life can have a remarkable life. That's all that says. He's a simple, good-hearted man, and all this shit just happens to fall into his lap. And just sometimes good shit happens to good people. Not that it always get fucked all the time. And in this case, a good guy had a great life, and it was he had a lot of experience.
Yeah, that movie was way better. I didn't want to watch it. I remember I thought it was going to be dumb, and it surprised the hell out of me. But my favorite thing about that movie is how he tells us, he kind of weaves us through American history, how he's kind of involved in multiple points of history. I thought that was really cool. And that's similar to what they do in HBO's Rome, where Lucius Verenius and Titus Pullo are involved in the history of the Caesars. It's really cool how they do that. So yeah, great movie. Yeah. Obviously everyone hates Janae.
Janae? Why they hate Janae? I thought everyone hates Raymond.
Is that what he actually says, Sledhead? Can somebody read his lips or something? Wow. That makes sense. That sounds like something he would say. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that makes total sense.
Thank you, Bobby, for joining us. Thanks to everybody for coming through. We appreciate
it. Oh, yeah. That's right. We're wrapping up here. I'm sorry, I drifted off.
On these beautiful Wednesday nights, we do appreciate y'all. Thank you for coming through.
We do appreciate you. And be sure to check out my balling son over here on Instagram, where you're just killing it with his memes and all these things I don't understand, and with millions of views and thousands of followers and things only the meager of us can barely understand. But he's just killing it over there on Instagram. Check him out. And be sure to check us out next week, where we'll be having our special guest, Mark from Board Game Coffee, and he'll be promoting his new book, So-Called Living. So that'll be fun, and we have the usual stuff that we love, singing and dancing from the June Taylor Dancers and Flip Wilson in the dress and all that good stuff. So be sure to stop by, and we'll be we do all this stuff next week. Quote me on that. So until next time, folks. These dang kids and their memes. I know what you're saying. Yes. Until next time, folks. We love you all. Stay safe. Read your comics, and hey,
buy more comics.
And buy more comics. Buy till it hurts.
Say yes to FOMO.
Say yes. Good. Peace and love, folks. Peace and love.